Jewish history, the space between dying and dead is very, very great. Chanukah is the festival of lights. The word Chanukah in Hebrew actually means dedication or rededication, because after the Maccabees won the great military victory, they came back to the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, they lit the menorah, and they rededicated the temple, which was defiled by the Greeks, and the menorah. And that's why the holiday is called Chanukah, to rededicate. But when you think about it, it's very strange, because there is no holiday for the initial building of the temple in Jerusalem. Not the first temple or the second temple. Chanukah was the time when we only recovered and tried to recapture the original former glory. So why do we have a holiday for the rededication and not for the inauguration and the initial building? And the answer is simple but profound. In life, it's relatively easy to start something new. When we start a New Year's resolution, there's excitement, and so it's easy to begin. You start a relationship, there's excitement, easy to begin. But then what happens is we fail and we falter and we mess things up. You can start a company, a startup, but then you can go bankrupt. If you go bankrupt, that hurts. You have a relationship, but we make mistakes and we can do damage. We do damage. We can ruin what we built. We destroyed something beautiful that once was. What Chanukah teaches is that the real miracle in life, what's in some ways more important than starting up, is to recover, is to rebuild after we messed things up. And that's what we celebrate on Chanukah. Steve Jobs gave a famous commencement address at Stanford, and his speech revolved around the 3 destructions of his life, where things went wrong. He dropped out of university, he was fired from the company he built, Apple, and then he was diagnosed with cancer. He said each one of those events were failures. They were when his life fell apart, and it could have ruined his life. But instead, in his talk, he spoke about how he used the energy of defeat and destruction, and he channeled it into rebuilding, and he became one of the great inventors and creators of that modern times. And Jews have done that at a large scale. We have suffered great defeat, like in the time of Chanukah. And from the original destruction then, all the way through the persecutions and pogroms to the Holocaust itself, inspired by the story of Chanukah, the Jews always said, we will not give in to despair, we will rise again, kindle the menorah. And so whatever state the world was in, the Jews had faith in the future, in redemption of the future, in Mashiach, because of that inner strength to recover and fix that which was broken. Isaac Bashevis Singer, the Nobel laureate, was asked by the New York Times why he writes in Yiddish, because Yiddish is a dying language. So he said, you're right, Yiddish is a dying language, but in Jewish history, the space between dying and dead is very, very great. And that is because we are a people who don't die. We get up, we rekindle the lights, and we live again. And that is a very powerful message of the lights of Chanukah.